Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be going over some more things I want to see in the Simpsons tabbed out. This will be episode 11, so we'll be going through, as always, one of my ideas and then two of your guys' ideas. So make sure to comment more ideas because I'm running out. But yeah, so today I think we've got Red, Shrek and Apperson. Those are the two ideas we'll be looking at because I promised Apperson I'd look at his idea. So anyway, my ideas. So my ideas for today is my character that I'm offering today is actually Mr. and Mrs Winfield. So this is Sylvia Winfield. This is his, and then just Mr. Winfield. He hasn't actually been given a first name. Two pretty cool characters. Sylvia, of course, is way more prominent. So they used to live in the Brown house before they moved out and they moved to the retirement home. And then after them, Ruth and Laura Powers moved in, and then after them, whoever moved in. I don't even know who lives there currently, but they were the original occupiers of the Brown house. So they were the original like Simpsons neighbors, but they of course moved to the retirement home. So there's not really a building they could be added with unless they were to do some sort of old style skin for the Brown house. Now they could do that because the Brown house, like the original look of the Brown house, is a little bit different to the new look, the look of the Brown house we've got now. The only issue I have with that is we've technically got 3 versions of the Brown house in the game already. Actually 4 if you count the destroyed one. So we've got the destroyed Brown house, which is a decoration. We've got the actual Brown house. We've got the Powers house, which is the Brown house, but they've just sort of recreated it and made it its own building. And then we've also got the cool Brown house. So we've already got 4 Brown houses in the game. So honestly, I just feel like adding them as characters is probably the best bet. So they're the 2 characters, pretty cool. Sylvia I do a lot with. Mr. Winfield's a bit of a difficult one. They'd have trouble coming up with tasks for him, I think. But Sylvia's quite prominently, so they could do some stuff with her. But I think that they're both, they're just 2 busybodies, really. So I think they could do some interesting storylines with them. The building I've got today is actually, this is Homer's and Mindy's dream mansion. So basically Homer has a dream of obviously like cheating on Marge and going with Mindy, and this is what Mindy and Homer's house looks like in his vision. I've wanted this in the game for a while just because I think it's a really, really cool mansion. This is like, bear in mind, I first wanted this when we had hardly any mansions in the game, but what I think they should do is just give us this mansion and then just give us this kind of like road with this little statue thing. I don't care about the stuff in the back really, but that would just be cool. I just think it would be an awesome kind of building to have in the game. Perfect opportunity to add this is just throw it in a Valentine's Day update. Just chuck it in there. It doesn't really matter. I wish that they would do that more often. Just give us a bunch of buildings, because there's loads of like things you could equate to Valentine's Day, like miscellaneous buildings like this that would just be perfect to throw into Valentine's Day. So yeah, I would like to see this in Valentine's Day. One update, just a big building for us to buy. Be kind of cool. As long as it's not on its own like what they did this year's Valentine's Day, which was just one building. That was kind of annoying. The costume I'm doing today is actually Red Blazer Marge. So basically in the Red Blazer, when Marge obviously works for the Red Blazer Realty, she of course eventually gets her blazer and she becomes an employee there and she becomes a thing. Now it's not incredibly unique in terms of like looks, like obviously it doesn't look that different at all, but I want them to add it in to do that storyline. Now I feel like the opportunity has kind of gone already for them to do that just because they've already given us Red Blazer Realty in the game. However, I'll get onto that in a second with my bonus item, but I feel like they could do something else if they, I don't know how they could fit it in, but in some other update they may be able to add this in. I'm just not sure how really, but I would like to have this as a costume. I think this would be kind of cool because they could do some really interesting tasks with it, and I think that it could be pretty unique. But it would have to be an interesting quest line because I feel like the costume itself isn't that exciting. And then the bonus item is actually Red Blazer Realty, and this is why I've put this is I want this as a skin because the one that we got in the game looks nothing like this, and I'm not sure if they would be able to make it transform completely like that. But I feel like what they could do, because the building's kind of like, I should have probably put the building on the PowerPoint, but the building's like kind of like a corner building, if you know what I mean. So it's on the corner. What I think they could do is they could just have this on the corner and then have it just windows on this side, so just these windows on this side, so it'd still be a corner building, but like on one side you actually have the Red Blazer Realty stuff. I just feel like I really want. I just really want this version of the building in the game, because I don't remember the current version that we've got in the game. I don't remember what episode that's from, but I remember this one quite distinctly, so, quite vividly or whatever. So I want this one in the game. And maybe they could just add it as a separate building, so there's just two. That would be fine. But it could also be a skin, so that's the bonus item for today. And then we'll get into your comments. So we have Apperson 2222, etc. Or a person. So how about a Boardwalk Expansion? There's so much more room in the ocean now. I used to say that Burns Casino should be the centerpiece, but of course we've had that for a while now. Buildings that could be added include the taffy shop, shell shack, beachwear, clay jars, and the bumper car thingy. Characters could include Hettie, the crippled Irishman, or that crippled Irishman, and the crew of the ship of the Lost Souls. So let's have a look. So of course, as he said, Abson said, we've got the Squidpool itself. So a new expansion. So this would be like a part 2 if you want. You like part 2s after all, Apperson. So yeah, basically an expansion for the current Squidpool we've got, because it's kind of been forgotten really. So of course the taffy shop, which is actually like a ship that sells like candy, I guess. So this would just kind of sit next to the boardwalk. We've got Hell Shack, or well, Shell Shack, which obviously it says Hell Hack because the letters are falling off. We've got Beachwear, which is a little store there. We've got Clay Jars, which obviously just sells clay jars. We've got the bumper car thing that they were on about, that Amazon was on about. I've not really got a proper picture, but that's basically what it looks like. Yeah, you know, it's just a bunch of bumper cars. We've actually got one of the bumper cars already in the game. It's this one here, which of course is already in the game. If you've guys seen my town tour, I actually have made my like a little bumper car thingy on my Squidport. And then continuing on even more, so we have Hettie, which is, I think, just some homeless woman. I think, pretty sure who lives on Squidport. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really remember the episode. I don't think I've seen it actually. There's the crippled Irishman. This is just some guy that Mr. Burns crippled on the bumper car. And then there's the crew of Lost Souls. So they could probably have them as individual characters, to be honest, because there's 4 of them anyway, or at least I don't know if there might be more. I'm not sure really. But those, and then I just kind of thrown in a little bonus one here. This is one of my ideas, a little bonus extra idea from me, and that's the Jackson 5. They've actually these guys have been this character is one character. It is just one guy. It's just Michael Jackson with 4 kind of dolls, but this has been in the farce for ages, and they never added it. I think probably just due to the fact that I think it might have been something to do with Michael Jackson's death. I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure when he died, but I don't know. They did, for some weird reason they made the character, but they never added it into the game. So I feel like they could add this if they were to do that. I'm pretty sure there's no issue really. Actually, I guess not all the Jackson 5 are dead, but so I don't know if it really foresees the dead celebrity rule, but whatever. Yeah, anyway, moving on. So then we've got Red Shrek 32. So he says, my ideas for TSTO. Lionel Hutz building. I can't believe it's a law firm. Search on Google. Yeah, you know, that one. Decoration, Better Call Hutz poster. Type on Google, Lionel Hutz decoration. Click on the images, and it should be the second image. But anyway, when I searched that, it wasn't the second image, but I think I found what you were looking for. So we've of course got Lionel Hutz as a character. I've talked about this before. I don't think Lionel Hutz will ever be added, just because of the whole fact that both Lionel Hutz, Troy McClure, and Lyle Landley are retired characters because of what happened with Phil Hartman when he was murdered by his wife. So because of that reason, I don't think they're going to ever add Lionel Hutz, Troy McClure, or Phil, or not Phil Hartman, or Lyle Landley as permanent characters due to what happened because they're retired. But you know, he would be an awesome character. He is like my #1 character that I want them to add. And of course, I can't believe it's a law firm. This is his thing. This is inside the mall. But again, I've talked about this before. I really feel that they could turn mall buildings into actual buildings, because they've done it like 3 or 4 times before and tapped out already. And then I think this is what you're on about, the Better Call Hutz posters. It's kind of a parody of Better Call Saul. I could only just find the poster. I couldn't find it in an episode, so I think you're just on about the poster and you just want the poster to be added. But either way, yeah, that would be kind of cool. A nice little nod to Better Call Saul as well. So So that's it. So yeah, some really cool ideas in this one. I really like the boardwalk idea. I may do a video on that, but I feel like I say that about every idea that I come across that you guys come up with. I'm like, oh, I really want to do a video on that. We'll see. I might do a video on it because I think that one's a potential for like a major update video instead of just a minor one. So apologize for that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.